Neil, you know, today's going to be a really good day for crappie fishing on Buggs Island. This year, we've had a really good crappie spawn. We've got a lot of fish in the lake. They're running a little larger than normal for hot weather. You know, we're here in about first half of July. They're running a little larger than normal, and the fish are hanging real tight to structure like brush piles and pilings. And these fish are running around a half a pound to a pound, and they're just really loaded up. And they're only in like 10 feet of water, which is really surprising because this time of year, normally I'm catching them out in 20, 25 feet of water. I don't know why they're so shallow, but it sure has been a good bite.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, Joe, because this is the first time I've been in the summertime, actually in July, fishing for crappie. Most people think about crappie fish in the early spring or in the fall, and I'm looking forward to this. And by the way, we're going to make the bet on the first fish for $1.
Yes, sir. We'll do that.
$1 for the first fish and $1 for the most fish, correct?
You know I'm going to get that first fish.
Well, we always start off that way.
Okay, well,
let's get the biggest one.
Okay, well, we'll be even on our $1.
We're going to have to fish for this big fish now.
Well, let's get up here on this brush and see if we can catch them. They seem to be in about 12 feet. The brush is in about 12 to 15 feet of water, and the fish are suspended down in the tops, 6 to 8 feet down.
Right.
So we're going to do a slow count, like a 5 count, and just wind back slow. We'll get these fish. Feels like a pretty good one here, Neil.
That's a good way to get the day started.
Oh, yeah.
That is a nice crappie.
Yeah, that's good eating size crappie.
Excellent. Good job.
He bit that little crappie jig, that blue and chartreuse. Now that's something you can expect on Buggs Island. There's just many of this size, which is just eating size, and there are some fish in here that'll go up to 4 pounds. They've been caught.
And you got that on like 3 or 4 casts right around. When you got to the brush pile, that's about the 3 or 4 casts you made around that and caught that fish.
That's right.
That's a good sign too, isn't it?
That is.
Well, that's what I'm ready for. Well, I guess it's left up to me to get the biggest one there. You got the first
I got that $1.
You got that $1. I'm gonna get the biggest one.
You know, Neil, I believe the weatherman has missed the forecast a little bit today. The wind is really blowing. It's making it kind of hard to fish here on this place. I'm going to move us to another area right over here that's going to be a little more protected,
Right.
kind of in the same depth and the same type of structure, and maybe getting out of that wind will really help us.
I think it'd be a good idea because I know it's turning to white cap right where we're in. It's hard to hold on to the fish, especially when you got that kind of wind.
Yeah, and I've had a few bites, and I can't really feel what's going on. It's blowing me around.
Joel and I moved we made. I know we left the last spot and we moved to this one. What's the difference between this location and the last location we just fished from?
Well, we've moved to a little more protected area, which we don't have but about half as much wind now. It's not a lot different from the other spot. We're still fishing the underwater brush in about 12 or 13 feet of water. It might be a little bit deeper there.
Right.
There's a lot more brush on this place, and I'm seeing a lot of bait fish on my electronics, so that's really a big plus. I mean, finding bait fish around your brush or where you're fishing is always a plus because you need to have shad or food around to catch these fish. Oh yeah, it's a keeper size anyway. Not as big as he felt, but that's about the size I keep that size and up. Not very big. We'll let him grow up a little bit. I've got a bite every cast.
Well, you know what? There's got to be a pawpaw out there for me somewhere. I'm going to catch him.
Yeah, I'm going to throw behind us and catch him. I
sure
done it.
Where pawpaw's at behind us.
I sure done it. That'll catch one right there. 5, 4,
I tell you, Joe, I'm just
3,
counting down and cranking about
2,
a medium speed.
1. You're cranking pretty slow. Oh, I had a strike. Got a fish. Feels like a biggin. Woo! Sometimes they fight. Oh, it's a good one, Neil.
Good deal.
That's a nice crappie. I guess that would be called a white crappie.
Yeah.
We have some black crappie in this lake, but I see more of these white ones. And they've catch them out of here up to 4 pounds. I've seen a couple of 4-pounders caught this spring.
Yeah. Well, that color, is that a good sign of good health and the condition is good for the fish? And
yeah, and you know, you see a little belly on a fish. Well, if they're not a lot of food or they're not getting a lot of food, they're just like any other animal. They're going to get skinnier. You see a belly on these. Right. You think, well, they're going to spawn maybe, but they're just full of shad.
That's where they're just feeding real good and got a good food supply.
Good food supply. Ooh,
It is
I
a
believe
big one.
that's a better crappie there.
Looks like a little bit better.
It
crappie.
is a little better crappie.
He's fighting a bit better anyway.
Yeah. There is
That's
such a
nice.
there is a school of bait fish in there as big as this boat right on the surface, Neil. Did you see that big dark area there?
That's where I'm casting to.
That's where he came from.
That's
That
good
is a
bait, ain't it?
great sign. You've got a fish right there. You got him. Go ahead and just wind it back real slow. He's on it. I know you got
Well,
it.
I'm waiting on
2, 1, bite. Keep it coming steady. They'll hit it. I don't see how you can't catch one right there.
Not me either.
Did he bite it? He's got it.
Got one right there.
Oh yeah. Is it a big one?
Nah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Keeper size.
Good keeper size.
Keeper size.
But I just love the colors of them fish. I'm just really impressed with the color, the health they are in, and good shape.
Got me one. They all feel good on this little TFO rod.
Hi, I'm Joe Albee.
And I'm John Moore, inviting you to join us each week as we will explore the fishing possibilities from the mountains to the coast.